I believe we're online. So, hello everyone, welcome to Indian Racing League Division 2, Brazil. This is our season finale, and we don't have too many drivers today. We just have 13 drivers as of now, and yeah, we're just waiting to see cars start to file out on track. As of now, we just have Captain Sandhu and Ace who are on a hot lap right now. And meanwhile, we are joined by Easy Level Bot. Yeah, who's got a qualifying ban. Although, yeah, it's been a very, very interesting season. It's been a season full of ups and downs, and I think at last it's fitting to conclude with Brazil. Who was on a lap? I believe Captain Sandhu was on a lap, but he made quite a big mistake. I don't think we are. This is his best attempt.
Hello Chips, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. How are you?
I'm doing good, thank you. Just serving a qualifying ban from an impediment from last week
Yes.
in Silverstone.
Commiserations on that. So yeah, who do you think is going to be a favorite for pole?
Well, I think Thakurva should be one of those guys, and otherwise I'm going to go for Vintage Player for pole this time around.
Certainly. As of now, he's the only driver on the medium tires. Everyone else has chosen the softest compounder of tire.
Oh yeah, I haven't set up my. Yeah, let me just do that.
Yes,
yeah, now I can see all the tires. Right, so last race of the season and last race before all these drivers ditch F1 2021 in from their PS4 or PS5 storage memories.
Sounds like chips and shadow.
Certainly. I think Brazil is a fitting way to conclude, I believe. It's quite we see Captain Sandhu meanwhile going P1 with a 183, which is a decent lap.
Yeah, McLaren 1-2 at the moment, so that's a good lap time set.
And Anton marginally goes ahead with a 183.72 compared to Sandhu's 385. So it seems to be hotly contested at the top.
Yeah, so looks like a lot of drivers are still sweating out on F1 21, is it, Chips?
Yes, I think there's final few positions to play for. The Fantasy Championship positions. I still think that there's competition does exist regardless of where you are. We have Vintage Player who's just finished the first sector. He's going up through the uphill section. Not really sure what it's called, but yeah, Vintage only one on those mediums. Thakurva also has equipped the mediums, but he's not come out on track yet. So what do you think? Do you think Vintage can challenge Anton and Captain Sandhu?
Yep, indeed. I am certainly expecting him to put his car probably between Tanay Singh and Indic Gamer, considering he's on the medium tires. But he's a driver who's got a lot of pace. But probably that might just be a challenge because it is a first lap on the mediums. He might go in for a banker, so maybe he's just behind. So
he does set a 191. Yeah, exactly. It's a bit slow, but I think we are going to see more of Vintage Player. As we see Indic Gamer finishing his lap, and does he improve? I believe he's doing race runs. He didn't improve there.
But Vintage, I'm still on board with him, and he is, I think, going for a consecutive run, and he just sected in a purple sector 1. So I don't know how true that is or whether that is a game glitch, but
yeah, it's highly possible the game could glitch. So he did go up on his person. Oh, he has a slight movement out of that corner going into the what I like to call the Albon corner. So
indeed, Albon would never forget that corner in his life. Place where he was just yeeted away by Sir Lewis Hamilton.
Absolutely. We have an interesting stat from Caesar who says that the battle for P2 is still on. It's you, Easy Level Bot. You need to finish in the top 9 to seal it. So those 2 crucial points. Do you think you can do that from P13?
Right now it looks like I'm at P9 because I had a word with
Yes.
Ahif as well, and he said he wants to start from the back now that his championship is been decided. But it looks like a more of a Ferrari gameplay where Thakurwa is also has his sight on the P2, and that's something I really need to look at during the race and work my way out. But looking at Ahif still behind, you certainly can. And Thakurwa with a
Oh,
180 on those medium
wow.
tires, so
Yeah.
that's some mega pace
Yes, I was just gonna
from
mention
him.
that Indyk on consecutive laps he's managed to go fastest, but yeah, Thakurwa has just beaten that by 3 tenths. Great lap by him, and I believe is immediately invalidated. But that doesn't matter. He's done enough as of now.
Yep,
Indyk is
he's
carrying
done
on.
the bit of medium. Yep, no, but
And what's up with
he
Sid
should be heading
Venkatesh?
back in the
Sid
pit.
Venkatesh finishing his lap, and he goes P7. Not the best
Probably
lap.
a bank
I
out from
think.
him.
Yeah, I think there's still some more pace in him.
And looks like he's still going on another run because he hasn't switched off his hot lap deployment.
Yes, I believe
But he
we had
doesn't have a lot of battery
yeah,
per se,
yeah, I think we had
so don't
ace
know
spinning.
how where.
I believe we've not really seen
Double
Oxidize come out yet
constructors is
either.
also on, with 1-2 points separating
Yep,
P2
yeah,
to
that's
P4.
a driver to look out
Red Bull,
for as well.
Alpha
He's
Tauri,
got
Mercedes.
some mega pace. He just needs to put in some consistent laps, and he's definitely one of those drivers who can, contend for the championships. And now with the new game coming in, there'll be a lot of surprises. Traction is fairly tricky in the new game, but it's just going to be interesting how the new season of IRL pans out.
Yes, absolutely. I think this is the final race, and Caesar has put out another nice stat. We see Sid Venkatesh pitting meanwhile, but yeah, Caesar has just said that the battle for P2 is also on in the constructors, with just 12 points separating P2 to P4. Red Bull, AlphaTauri, and Mercedes. So
Oh,
that's gonna
Mercedes
be
is still in somewhere in the constructors' contention now. I'm just a bit surprised there, but nonetheless, the only driver. But I think Red Bull there has a advantage with both their cars, full-time drivers out
we
on
have
track, so they
Captain
can.
Sandhu
Captain
with a
Sandhu
fantastic
goes in
lap
the
for 176, and that
yep,
gets him
and
provisional pole. Well done.
yep, and the first driver to go into the 1.7s and very comfortably into the late 1.7s. That's a good back lap set in by him as Thakurwa now decides to come on the softs as thought so. So all these drivers would be starting on the softs now, which puts me in a big
Oh, we have Ace who has set
conundrum.
P2 and he has hit the wall. So that's not been very good for him.
I saw his rear wing being clipped there, so yep.
So
I think
does he
he'll
have
just go for
damage?
an
He
exchange.
certainly has front wing damage, but does he have rear wing damage? Not sure.
Yeah, I think I did see his
We
rear
have
wing
a
being
Red Bull
clipped, but he
starting his lap. Yeah, it's vintage player. So would you want to take us through this lap?
sure, as he just navigates the Senna. Is really critical, one of the important parts of the track where you can gain the maximum speed, especially coming up ahead on sector 1. As now Vintage coming down to the end of the DRS straight, brakes fairly neatly, takes the inside pretty cleanly there, a 1/10 up on his time already. So sector 2 is where there's the difference of the soft and medium tires, and he would be really looking to maximize his time there as he fairly keeps it clean down there, isn't really throttle greedy, as well as now he navigates another hairpin down into the final sector, coming in close to the final sector, the final breaking point of the circuit, as he probably just goes a bit on the grass, but he's up by 9/10, and that's an invalidation for him. Just goes in just a bit too hard. Is he coming to the pitch for a fresh set? No, I
No,
think
he
he would be
carries on.
starting a fresher lap again.
He did improve by a
And-
second, so that I believe would have got him very close to Captain Sandhu. I don't think it was enough for
Yep.
pole. It was 966.
Yeah, and let's see what happens this time around. Now his tires, though 1 lap old, but he would have those temperatures improving by a tenth again. but not as much as he improved the last time around. But let's
Does he
see
have
the
enough
sector 2
battery?
and sector 3. He doesn't, right? You're
Yeah,
right.
exactly.
He
I can
doesn't
see
have
from
enough
his
battery, so
steering
I
wheel.
think he should really be heading back to the pits. He does have that amount of time where he can go back on a fresher set and come.
And
Brazil
Thakurva,
being a very short track, Thakurva, with a 1:7.4, so that's a mega lap from him as well.
fantastic
He
effort.
would really be eager to get that victory and that pole today as much as he can.
He does need those crucial points to beat you in for P2.
But I don't know, our drivers going on consecutive runs because the
I think you
battery
can do.
it is a short track. But
Yeah,
I don't know if you would have the enough battery. But yeah, now Thakurva has probably decided to turn off his battery and aborted his lap. So meanwhile, Vintage, what has he done? He's gone back into the pit. So these drivers would be preparing their final runs. Stead is still on the mediums, who has invalidated, not thinking of planning to go on back to the pits. So he's committing to the medium strategy for the start. Probably 13 drivers only on the grid, so not a really could just come into his advantage. But let's see how that pans out, and which puts me to my conundrum as to what will I do now, seeing all these soft runners ahead of me. What do you think, Chip? Should I start on the mediums? Should I start on the softs?
you are currently P10. Will you get the choice? I'm not really
Yeah,
sure.
because I didn't put in a lap right on any tires, so hopefully I should be getting a choice.
Yes, exactly. Although I think the default tire equipped was the soft tire, so I hope it doesn't force you to start on the softs. But yeah, I think it
Yeah,
is
hopefully.
certainly possible. The mediums. What's the weather situation? I believe you've seen it, so it's dry throughout.
Oh yeah, it's a dry race. Yes, it is. I think.
Oh,
Yeah, I did
so
check that.
we don't have the changeable conditions that Brazil is so famous for.
Right.
But
Not
yeah,
this time
nonetheless,
around.
even a dry race around Brazil is more entertaining than most other races. As Sid Venkatesh finishes his lap, he does not improve, so I believe he's just doing race runs now. He's given up on qualifying.
But that will put him up in the top 10, so that's putting more load on his tires and just wearing them out. So not sure if that's the best of choices, but I see his fuel indicator flashing, so he definitely doesn't have. He's not doing probably race runs.
We
but
have
would probably
quite a
head back into the
few
pit.
drivers starting their lap,
Drivers.
so
That's
I think the
rough.
first one of them will be Intake Gamer, or will it be? Yeah, it's going to be Intake Gamer. Oh, he's invalidated.
Yeah. Oh.
That is very
and
unfortunate.
AlphaTauri of Tane
And-
Singh is right behind him. So we'll probably
Intake
stick
getting
on
out of the way,
to
but
Tane
Tane
Singh.
Singh is down by 3.5 tenths, so I don't think is it wise to continue on the lap, or maybe to just give up. We have Anton on an out lap. We have Captain Sandhu, who's just finished the first sector. It's showing up as purple, but we didn't really see a time delta there, so I think let's wait. I believe we also have Vintage Player right behind him, but we'll switch to him a bit later on during the lap. Captain Sandhu in P2, he's just over, I think. Yeah, he's just under 3 tenths from Thakurva's time. So, what do you think?
Tane Singh,
Can
meanwhile, not improving on his time, coming soon to cross the line. But sorry, I didn't get your question.
yeah? Do you think that Captain Sandhu can displace Thakurva for P1?
He's up by a couple of tenths on his final sector, so he really needs to nail the exit of that final corner as he crosses the line.
No, he's lost time in the last sector.
Yeah.
And Vintage
Oh,
Player
he
P2. Yeah, I was just gonna switch to him,
Vintage.
but he finished his lap right then and there,
Yeah,
and he's
and
invalidated.
now he's invalidated.
So-
So that's the end of qualifying for Vintage Player.
I think-
And Captain Sandhu probably has one more run, but not enough battery, and he's already down by.
And
a
meanwhile,
couple of tenths, so
someone
that's
we've not
pretty much-
mentioned at all is Oxidized Rage, who just goes P7. He's just done the one singular lap during qualifying, so not sure what's happened to him there. But yeah, nonetheless, Thakurva seems to be untouchable right now. And he does have
Yeah.
time for just one more lap. We have a spinner in sector 2. I'm not sure who that is, but I think let's focus on Thakurva's lap now. DRS wide open.
But he's not really improving on his time. He's down. Oh, he is now.
Yes.
That was the previous lap probably. Just improving by a couple of hundredths there. But probably still he would be able to, looking to secure his pole position as vintage player. Captain Sandhu, not a lot of threat. Indie gamer, ace. Anton not improving. Oxidized Rage is improving on his time, but probably not enough to displace Thakurva from pole.
Anton
so I think that's pretty
lap.
much pole position for Thakurva. As Chips, I will take your leave, take a couple of minutes for resetting myself for the race and enjoy that lone commentary.
Certainly, yes. Thank you. We have Thakurva just finishing his lap, and he does manage to go faster by 700ths of a second, almost 700ths of a second. Well, thank you to Easy Level Bot there for joining for qualifying comms. But yeah, that's, as of now, this is our qualifying order. It's Thakurva from Vintage Player, Captain Sandhu, and Indic Gamer who did improve. I could not mention it then, but yeah. We have Ace in P5, Anton in P6, Oxidize. He just did the sole lap there. I'm not really sure why he didn't go for multiple laps, or maybe he didn't take different strategies, possibly like a medium to soft or something. But yeah, we have every single driver who's qualified on the soft tires, so not a lot of tire strategy for them. We have Easy Level Bot, Ahif, Ashok and Hershey, who have not set their times or have been disqualified, so they'll have free tire choice. It's going to be quite interesting to see how it pans out in the race. But yeah, meanwhile, Thakurva, brilliant lap, 3.5 tenths clear of the rest of the field. That's very well done by him. As we just wait for the this. I will take this time to quickly get rid of the annoying notifications which keep showing up on my screen. My sincere apologies for that. Alright, I'm very sorry for that, but yeah, just had to get rid of that so that we have a better stream. So yeah, it's race time. This is the final race of Division 2 in F1 2021 for IRL. So I sure do hope we have a good send-off race. And yeah, let's just see the tire situation. Who's gone for what? So we have Easy Level Bot and Ahif who've chosen the mediums, and everybody else has chosen the soft tire. Well, the top 9 didn't really have a choice, but we have Ashok and Hershey who have chosen to start on the softs as well. So I think it's, as we heard from Easy Level there, it's not really going to be a wet race. Even though it looks overcast at the moment, I believe it's going to be a straightforward race to the end. Not much in terms of strategic. Oh, we have Easy Level who's been disqualified there. That's a bit unfortunate for him. So Thakurva, our pole sitter, he's fighting for that all-important P2. His teammate Ahif won the championship, I believe, last race. So I think he will want to make it a Ferrari 1-2. And I think he's in the best possible position to do that. But yeah, Easy Level Bot, he just has to finish P9 to seal it, which means 2 points. Yeah, it's gonna be quite entertaining. So I think yeah, Vintage Player meanwhile in P2, we can never discount Vintage Player. He is a very fast and consistent driver, and we have seen quite a few surprises from Captain Sandhu this session as well. I think it's going to be quite close at the top. The top 3 are going to be vying for the top spot right from the offset. Indie Gamer and The last car, Hershey, is coming up to the grid, and as he slots into his grid box, for one final time, we bid farewell to Division 2, but not without this final race. So the last car's on the grid as we switch to Thakurwa. Cinematic cam, the game is not showing me the lights. So yeah, alright, there's 1 light, 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. And that's quite a long wait, and it's lights out and away we go. It's a good getaway from Thakurwa, who's quite well clear of the rest of the field there. A vintage player. Oh, we had a McLaren going straight off over there, and vintage player and Captain Sandhu are squabbling there side by side as they approach the end of sector 1. So, and it's Captain Sandhu who's taken the advantage there from vintage player, so he has jumped up a place. We have Ace, I believe, who had a very bad start. Easy level jumped up 2 places, but a brilliant start there by Thakurwa to be almost 8/10 clear as they ended sector 1. We have some battles going on between Ahif and Ashok. No, Ashok is disconnected. So, yeah, Thakurwa, look at Thakurwa just pulling away. He's over a second clear at sometimes when the interval refreshes. We have easy level making a move on Ace, and Anton making a move on Indik. They're side by side coming to this final corner. I'm not sure. I think it's called Junsao. But yeah, I think the run up the hill. Sid Venkatesh. It's a 3-way battle for P4. And Sid Venkatesh holding the slipstream from both cars. Thakurwa sets the fastest lap. Is anyone gonna make a move here? And Sid sends one down the inside of Indik. There's a slight bit of contact, but I believe that's alright. And we have easy level tumbling down the order further back. But let's just focus on the battle for P4 between Anton and Sid. They're side by side. The game is not giving me a good cinematic angle. And oh, that was very close. Anton nearly spun Sid. But Sid is still gonna hang in there. He's not gonna give up. Up the hill, and I believe Sid has to stay in P5 for at least that little bit longer. It's a very, very close battle for P4. Let's just go through the rest of the field. Is there any battles going on? Easy level, but on those mediums, not really having the best of time. Oxidize meanwhile has pitted for the mediums. I'm not sure. I believe he had some front wing damage there. But yeah, Thakurwa up ahead has pulled away by almost 2 seconds, and it's just lap 2. This man really wants that P2 in the championship, and he does set the fastest lap. No, the fact of the matter is no other person is able to match him as of now. So that's quite promising for him. We have Ace and Hershey having a battle, and Ace is passed. That was without DRS, mind you. DRS is enabled this lap. We have Sid Venkatesh attempting a move on Anton Hypers. Can he make it with the help of DRS? He sends one down the inside, and he's quite well clear of Anton. Oh, something happened to Anton. He's a bit out of shape. He and Indik are going side by side. These two have been battling it out right since the start of the race. But yeah, Indik does have to hold back, and Anton does retain that P5. But that was a fantastic move by Sid Venkatesh there. Let's just take a look. There's quite a big train going on here from I think it's gonna be P5 all the way down to Ahif in P11 actually. We have Ashok's disconnected car, but look at this train of cars. It's gonna become a full-fledged DRS train. We have Tane Singh who got a bad exit. Ace could be sizing up a move here. Further ahead we do have Vintage Play closing up, but I don't think there's much in it for him. And it's a very, very close battle. Can Ace make the move? And Hershey is also looking feisty over there. We have Vintage who's made a move on Captain Sandhu. They are side by side, I believe. And Captain Sandhu does not have the DRS. And Vintage player moves up into P2, but he's 2.7 seconds behind Thakurwa at the moment. Hershey and Ace are squabbling. Hershey and Easy Level are squabbling. Everybody's squabbling. And we have cars running wide. Tane Singh. Oh, Tane Singh has had a massive accident. Is that going to be a safety car? Probably will. It is a safety car. Alright, we had a lot of action going on there. I'm sorry if I couldn't cover it all. But yes, Thakurwa clearly having the measure of the field right now. He could choose to pit right now, Thakurva, because he has quite a gap to vintage player. I sincerely hope no one gets penalties under the safety car. And I believe we're just gonna wait to see what the leaders decide to do. This is gonna meanwhile allow Oxidized to get back into the race. Thakurva decides to stay out. Vintage decides to come in. So does Captain. Oh, Vintage! Wow. Wow, that was quite a bold strategy call. We have Captain Sandhu. Oh, what's happened to Indic Gamer? Is retired for no reason whatsoever. We have Sid Venkatesh pitting. We have Captain Sandhu decided to pit for a new set of softs, which is quite a bold call. And Hershey as well, I believe, has pitted for the mediums. So not too many cars taking this opportunity to pit. And let's just see. Oxidize is a bit further back, but yeah, further up ahead, Thakurva. He had a very, very good start. Can he continue to capitalize on it after the safety car? I believe we're gonna have one more lap of safety car. So yeah, let's just run through the field right now. So it's Thakurva who has maintained his pole position and actually pulled away by almost 3 seconds before we had the safety car. Vintage player in P2, Anton Hypers in P3, easy level bot from, I believe it is P10 up into P4. Let me just confirm that. We have position change. Yeah, easy level bots made up 6 places. We have RF who's made up 5 places. So both of them from the back of the grid have had really, really good starts to this race. We have Captain Sandhu who's lost quite a few places. We had a very good squabble in the midfield there. Ashok Anand on AI, I believe. Yeah, he is disconnected. Sid Venkatesh has maintained position. Hershey is P10 and we have Oxidize who's just catching up to the field in P11. Are we going to see any freak pit stops? No, we are not. So yeah, I think, yeah, Caesar has just mentioned that with Indic out, the battle for P2 in the constructors is on. We only have the one singular Red Bull of vintage player left in this race. He is going to be hounding Thakurva, but with how Thakur has been driving, is it really going to be possible to challenge him? I think it's going to be, it's a long stretch, but never say never. This is F1. Anything can happen in F1. I believe we should have the safety car in this lap. So I believe Oxidize has just caught up to the back of the field. We have Captain Sandhu, who's the car who's furthest up on fresher tires. He's one of the few who decided to make a pit stop. Are we going to see the safety car in this lap? I believe we are. I did not get a message there, so yeah, okay, the message just showed up. So let's go on board with the vintage player. We can see, we'll have the best view in the entire house. See when Thakurva decides to pounce. Thakurva had a very, very good first few laps. Can he continue to build on it? Thakurva is warming his tires. Vintage is getting ready, and Thakurva has gone. Both of them have caught the rest of the field napping, and it is quite close up front. Thakurva stays in P1. He does not want to budge. We have Ahif who's tumbling down the order. Our champion. He has not had a very good restart there on those medium tires. I believe were his tires cold. Did he make contact with someone? But yeah, nonetheless, he is in P11 right now. We have A good battle here between Hershey and Sid Venkatesh. The two McLarens are squabbling. So is it going to be a case of multi-21? Captain Sandhu on the fresher tires is going to be asked to let past. And easy level bot meanwhile on those mediums doing well to stick with Anton Hypers. But yeah, Anton is 1.5 seconds behind Vintage player, and Vintage is 1 second down on Thakurva. So Thakurva has yet again aced the restart. We have Hershey has had a spin. Oh, that's very unfortunate there for Hershey. But not as unfortunate as Ahif, who has had a very torrid restart. The two McLarens are battling easy level bot. I believe Captain Sandhu made some slight contact with easy level bot there, but he has a very good run out of that corner. Can he get easy level bot? He does not have DRS. It's of course is not enabled yet. And Captain Sandhu sets a purple sector 1, and he is past easy level bot. So he has made the most of those fresh soft tires. That's a brilliant restart by him, in my opinion. Easy level is not budging though. He is still staying right there. He's doesn't want to lose any glimpse of. He wants to secure that P2 in the championship. We have Captain Sandhu, who on those fresh tires is now attacking Anton, who seems to be struggling. He's dropped 2.3 seconds from Vintage player. He is improving, but not by much. Oh, Anton does not have the best of exits. Captain Sandhu has a phenomenal exit. He decides to make a move around the outside, and let's just have a good camera angle game. Thank you. DRS is enabled. Captain Sandhu and Anton are going side by side into turn 1. Who's going to come out on top? And Captain Sandhu, oh, and if Anton has been spun around. That's very unfortunate. The two did make contact. So I believe that's something for the stewards room to decide. But yeah, Captain Sandhu into P3. A bit of a dicey move there between him and Anton. And yeah, the Alpine driver is relegated to P9 at the moment. Ace is getting very close to easy level bot, as is Sid Venkatesh, who's catching up to the others as well. He is silently in contention there. He's not taking too many risks. He's just keep playing it clean, playing it safe, and that more often than not reaps you some very good rewards. We have Ace here. With the help of DRS, I believe this should not be a very difficult move. Ace on those old tires. Oh, easy level has a very poor exit, or I'm not sure what's happened there, but yeah, he does. Easy level does not have the DRS. Ace is past. Sid Venkatesh is looking to make a move on easy level bot as well. The Haas driver, can he get past the Mercedes driver? They're going side by side into turn 1. That ended a lot better than Captain Sandhu and Anton Hyper's battle from the previous lap. And we have Anton pitting. We have easy level bot looking to make a comeback on Sid Venkatesh, and easy level bot does get back past. So that's a fantastic move by easy level there to make the most out of a good exit. Sid on those fresh mediums could not match up to easy level there, but I believe it's the fresh mediums are gonna pay him back at the later stage during this race. The two of them are the closest battle on track right now. Easy level is not really falling back from Ace either, which is good for him. We have Captain Sandhu, who is slowly catching up to Vintage player. Oh, he has a slight movement onto the grass, but I think he should be fine. We have Thakurva meanwhile in a league of his own. The rest of the field are the ones who are having some trouble. And we have Sid Venkatesh. Captain Sandhu did set a fastest lap despite having a bit of a movement at the penultimate corner there. And Sid Venkatesh, is he gonna make a move? He needs to get a good exit here, and then he can get easy level down this back straight. He does have DRS, so let's see what happens here. We have a very odd camera angle there. The game's decided to give us a very odd camera angle, but yeah, Sid Venkatesh has to stay behind easy level bot for a bit longer. But yeah, Sid is on those fresh mediums. He is looking very feisty. Oh, that was a bit of a scare there for him. He almost got spun around. And Oxidas meanwhile behind Sid there. Sid's tires certainly must be overheating at this point. He has been in a battle with easy level for a few laps now. A few more laps and he might start really losing grip there. Oh, he had to lift there. Sid Venkatesh. Penultimate corner. It's a good exit. Easy level is slowly falling back from ace, and I don't know if he's gonna get DRS down the back straight there. Sid Venkatesh into turn 1. He does seem to be closing up a lot on easy level every single lap. But and is easy level gonna get DRS? I believe he is. Yes, he is. But Sid has a very good run out of that corner. Can he make something out of it? Oh, they make slight contact. I hope Sid does not have damage. And Sid! Wow, that was a fantastic move there. He's past easy level bot on those fresh medium tires. He has made it work. Fresher medium tires. They are 6 laps old at this point, so they're not really fresh by any means. But yeah, that was a very good move by Sid. They made slight contact, the pair of them. But yes, Sid has done very well. He is outside Ace's DRS window right now. Can he get into the DRS window before they reach the, I think, down the back straight? Oh, we have Captain Sandhu and Vintage Play who are battling meanwhile. Sorry for missing that. Neither of them has DRS, so I'm not sure what's happened there. Maybe Vintage had a moment. But yeah, Captain Sandhu up into P2. He's been making up some progress really well. Oxidize, Sid and Easy Level are all embroiled in a battle of their own. We have Vintage Player falling back. Oxidize, we have Anton getting past Ashok's AI, which is not really of much consequence. And Easy Level bot has a moment, spins. Can he? Oh, that was very, very scary there. Attempted a move down the inside of Sid Venkatesh and he got spun around. I don't know, I'm not gonna pass any judgments here, not gonna make any calls, but yeah, that is unfortunate for Easy Level, and I'm certainly certain that Sid did not enjoy that either. I believe Oxidize had to back off a bit there, but yeah, nonetheless. Oh, we have Oxidize having a slight movement there. He's lost some time. Sid is managing his pace well. He is not falling back at a very rapid rate from ace. We have, oh, Ahif is taking a trip through the grass there. As I switched to he was very close to Easy Level bot, so I believe the pair made contact. So it is very odd to see a Formula 1 car in the infields of Interlagos. But yeah, nonetheless, it's not been a very good race for our champion, our D2 champion Ahif. He has started from the back of the grid and he's not really had a very pleasant experience from there on. He's not pitted yet, so the pit stop phase, I believe, is going to be another interesting time. When are we going to see Thakurva pit? At some point your tires are going to start to wear. They are not going to be at 100% performance all throughout. But Thakurva is managing his pace well. He's just 5 tenths down on his best time. So, but we do have Captain Sandhu. He does have to factor in Captain Sandhu into his entire strategy, because although Captain Sandhu on those soft tires, he has to pit again. He can also not take these softs to the end. Captain Sandhu lapping very well. We have Vintage who's decided to make a pit stop, as has Ace. Sid Venkatesh carries on. And what does Vintage go on to? I think it's a no-brainer. He's gonna go on to the mediums, yeah. And Ace, what's he gonna go on to? Another no-brainer, yeah. It's the mediums. So we have two drivers who've decided to make an early call in the hope of possibly getting an undercut. The undercut is quite powerful here. It's a very short track. The lap times are under a minute and 10 seconds. So it's gonna be interesting. Ahif and Vintage are gonna be very close. Ahif, he does not have DRS, and on those 14 lap old tires, I don't think he's gonna have much to challenge Vintage, and yeah, he does not. Vintage meanwhile, so I think Vintage has covered off Captain Sandhu for now, and the tires don't really wear at a rapid rate, but they do wear, so Captain Sandhu is gonna have to factor in vintage pit stop here. Do we have Thakurva pitting? No. Do we have Captain Sandhu pitting? No. So Thakurva, the only driver as of now on those old soft tires that he started the race on. We have Captain Sandhu on those fresher soft tires. Sid Venkatesh in P3 as of now. He is clear of oxidize. He's not giving any DRS to oxidize. He does not want to be giving any DRS. Oh, I think we have a spinner in the form of Ace. Yes, we do. So on those fresh medium tires, I don't think he had enough tire temperature. Anton, after that spin a few laps ago, he's looking to get back into the race. And I believe he made contact with Captain Sandhu, and he's now soon gonna battle against Captain Sandhu's teammate Ace. Vintage is slowly gaining time on the cars ahead. IF meanwhile gets a 3-second penalty. So let's just check the penalty situation. Not many drivers have penalties. We just have Hershey and IF. The pair of them have 3-second penalties each. So I don't think that's very good for them. I think that's obvious, but yeah. Vintage player is slowly gaining on easy level, but we have Thakurva in the pits. So Captain Sandhu stays out. I mean, that's a no-brainer. Thakurva is gonna pit for the mediums. Where's he gonna come out in respect to vintage player? That's gonna be interesting. Thakurva has to follow the 80 km/h speed limit, I think it is. Yeah. And vintage player on those mediums set the fastest lap. It's gonna be very close between easy level bot and Thakurva, but I think they're gonna be side by side. Is Thakurva gonna come out behind? Yes, he is. And how far behind is vintage player? He can see the pair of easy level bot and Thakurva, but he's about 2.5 seconds behind. So the undercut has somewhat worked for vintage player. I think Captain Sandhu is gonna have a difficult time maintaining pace there, but yes, Thakurva is now gonna looking to get past easy level bot. The pair of these two are fighting for P2 in the championship, so I don't think easy level is gonna make it very easy for Thakurva to get past, but easy level on those 16 lap old mediums is certainly gonna be struggling. Thakurva has been our perennial race leader. He has shown some very, very good pace, and I think with the help of DRS he should be making a move on easy level bot. What's he decide to do? He decides to go around the outside, and easy level actually does not make it that difficult for him. So Thakurva is our net race leader, but he is in P5 right now. Easy level bot, he's actually stuck in no man's land right now. He needs to make a bit more progress there. Thakurva is not going to be letting easy level bot past anytime soon. Vintage player, he needs to pick up the pace, I think, a bit, because once he gets into easy level's DRS window and gets past easy level bot, I think there's going to be some opportunity for him there. Do we have any battles going on? We have Oxidize and Sid, so let's just focus on this battle for now. Oxidize getting a good exit, Sid not getting the best exit out of that corner. Captain Sandhu still carrying on. Is Oxidize going to be able to make a move here? He decides to, with the help of DRS, he is ahead of Sid Venkatesh, but is Sid going to make a switch back here? Sid is on those slightly fresher medium tires. Thakurva setting the fastest lap. Thakurva has caught up to Hershey meanwhile. Sid did not get a very good exit out of the Senna S's, so he has to hold back for now. Thakurva also a bit too far back from Hershey. But mind you, none of the top 4 have pitted. Thakurva is looking very comfortable for the win. He needs to win. Caesar gave us a nice stat. If Thakurva wins with or without the fastest lap, easy level needs to be in the top 7 to seal P2. Thakurva got very close to Hershey there. So to finish first you have to finish. Thakurva, you can take it calm. You have the pace, buddy. This is the only battle going on right now. Thakurva, Hershey is on those very old medium tires. Captain Sandhu decides to pit. We will keep an eye out for where he comes out in regard to Vintage Player and Thakurva, but Thakurva does not seem to be getting a very good run out of the final corner there. But can he make a move on Hershey here? And late braking around the outside of turn 1. The pair come very close, and Hershey has hit Thakurva. Hershey is out of the race. Very unfortunate. Is that going to be a safety car? I believe it is possibly going to be a safety car. We just have a yellow flag for now, so I don't think Michael Massey is very interested in a full course caution, throwing out a full course caution there. Meanwhile, Captain Sandhu has come out just behind Vintage Player. I think Vintage Player was, maybe he caught up to easy level bot and could not get past, but yeah, Captain Sandhu on those fresh medium tires is right behind. He had a bit of a movement there, Captain Sandhu, but he's right behind the man he was battling, Vintage Player. Vintage Player looking to get past easy level bot there. Easy level bot is going to be pitting quite soon. He's on really old tires, and I don't think they are giving him grip, but they're not giving him pace. So Vintage gets a decent exit. With the help of DRS, he should be looking to make a move here, and for a moment I thought easy level was gonna go into the pits there, but yeah, Vintage Player, easy level cuts across, Vintage also cuts across, and Vintage Player is finally past easy level bot. So perseverance does pay off, but with the help of DRS, easy level bot could be looking to make a move here. He decides to send one around the outside, and I'm sorry for cutting away there. That was some Monaco TV director stuff, and easy level bot has a very scary moment there, and Captain Sandhu barges his way past, so that would, easy level will not be taking very kindly to that, but on 20 lap old tires I don't think he can do much. Captain Sandhu benefited quite well from that. Vintage lost some time battling easy level, and he's on 5 lap older tires than Captain Sandhu, so I think towards the dying stages of this race, the mediums are gonna come into, the age of the mediums is gonna come into contention here. Are we gonna see Captain Sandhu make a move? Meanwhile, just gonna mention here, Thakurva has pulled off a 5.2 second gap. Let's just focus here. Captain Sandhu with DRS is looking to make a move, and he's blasted past there with the fastest lap. So that's sunshine and rainbows for Captain Sandhu there, who is rapid on those fresh mediums. Easy level, yeah, he pits. I think he's had enough of being overtaken and being stuck in no man's land. Ace is also a bit further back. Thakurva, meanwhile, he has so much more pace than those ahead of him, Sid, Venkatesh and Oxidize. I think we could be seeing a move this lap. Sid is in Oxidize's DRS, so Thakurva losing time. He's lost about 6/10 I believe to Captain Sandhu. Vintage Player not really able to match up to Captain Sandhu's pace, and he's out of DRS as well. Thakurva has a good exit. Sid is gonna have DRS, but Thakurva has the pace here. He has the pace advantage on those fresh medium tires. And does he make a move here? He's making some really risky moves, and he decides to send one around the outside, but I think, yeah, he has to hold on, because Sid is not gonna just yield position without giving up a fight, putting up a fight. Thakurva with DRS again, Sid also with DRS. Thakurva, is this gonna be where he makes the move? They are really close, the pair of them, and Thakurva has to hold on for another lap at least, I think. We have Ace. Ahif has made a pit stop. Ahif is falling down the order, as he would in the pits. But yeah, we're gonna have easy level bot and Ahif, who are gonna be ones to look out for. Now, look how eager Thakurva is. He's like, please Sid, let me go. He's on those he's on 12 lap fresher medium tires, and he is losing time to Oxidize there. He's really, I believe he will be really asking Sid to just get out of the way and let him battle for P2. Sid, of course, is not gonna just yield. He's gonna focus on his own race. Oxidize is losing some time, but yeah, it's a three-way battle for P1. Sid is also in contention. We're gonna have 3 cars into turn 1, and Thakurva is out. That is dramatic. More dramatic than anything. Sid Venkatesh is in the grass. Oxidize is still P1. That was 3 cars going into turn 1. And that was some shoddy camera from me. I'm sorry. I could have had the cinematic camera on, but nonetheless, Sid Venkatesh in P4. We have the full safety car. We had a virtual safety car there. Vintage player gets a 5-second penalty for ignoring the yellow flag. I'm not sure what's gone on here, but I think this is gonna give quite a few people the chance to get back into the race. Late safety cars always shake up the field, and what's Captain Sandhu gonna do? What's Vintage player gonna do? What are Easy Level and IF gonna do? Both of them actually are in prime contention. They've just stopped for fresh soft tires, so they could be well in this race. They could gain some places here as well. But that is some real drama. Thakurva is out. I believe that's P2 decided. Oh, we have Vintage player rear-ending Sid Venkatesh. What's going on here? 24 laps and I think the drivers have had enough. Your Oxidized Rage pitting, Captain Sandhu pitting, Sid Venkatesh pitting, and Vintage player pitting as well. I think it's a no-brainer. Oh! I don't know what's going on between Sid and Vintage there, but I don't think they are on very... They like each other at the moment very much. Yeah, Vintage having to serve the 5 seconds and then change his front wing and then change his tires. So, Vintage player, but he's going to be on fresh soft tires. Is that going to be enough for him to get him back into this race? Easy Level bot, of course, stays out. Ahif stays out as well. And we have Sid Venkatesh between Easy Level bot and Ahif. So, Easy Level bot has gained quite a few places. Captain Sandhu has... Oh, we have Oxidized Ace who's been disqualified. Captain Sandhu has also been disqualified. They overtook the safety car. I'm not sure why they did that. But yeah, neither of them are going to score any points here. Captain Sandhu is looking so promising, as was Oxidized Rage. Both are now out. We have 6 cars left in this race. We are not counting Ashok's AI car, I think. But yeah, we have 6 cars left in this race. Easy Level bot from P10 is now up into P1. This is some real drama. And we still have about 10 laps to go. So please don't go anywhere. It might be the last race of the season, but it's certainly not a boring one. It's not been a boring one whatsoever. Sid Venkatesh in P2, Ahif in P3 with a penalty worth... sorry, I'm looking at the wrong stat there, sorry. He has a 3-second penalty. So does Anton. But, yes, just... Oh, we have Ahif who has spun! No one's having a good time here today. Ahif, don't drive in the wrong direction for too long, buddy. Yeah, Ahif has just lost 2 places there. This is some drama, and Anton has to let Ahif by. Of course, he cannot overtake under the safety car. But yeah, just... That is some real drama in these closing stages of the race. We had Thakurva on the medium tires, who was looking very feisty and almost certain to get the win and his possibly securing P2 there. Easy Level bot who was struggling, and then we had a massive crash between the likes of Oxidized Rage, Sid Venkatesh and Thakurva. And well, then for some reason we had Captain Sandhu and Oxidized overtake the safety car, and both of them are now disqualified. So is it a game glitch? Is it a small error on their part? Whatever it is, it's cost them the chance to score points tonight. Sid Venkatesh on those fresh soft tires is going to be a real threat to Easy Level bot. Vintage player as well, but oh, there's a lapped car of Ashok Anand in between, and he's on AI, so of course he's not going to move. We have Ace right behind Vintage. Let me just switch to interval there. I believe we're going to have the safety car in this lap. We have just 6 cars left. Are we going to see any further retirements or anything? I don't know, but I'm really excited to find out. Sid Venkatesh in P2. Vintage player is going to be hampered back in P3 with Ashok Anand's lapped car. Easy Level Bot is in prime contention to win this race at the moment. Sid Venkatesh in P2. He is on the fresher tires though. He could be posing a real challenge, and as for the rest of the field, we'll switch to them a bit later on. And Easy Level Bot has pounced. He has pounced. Sid has not been caught napping. Sid is there. He's a bit further back, but he's still there. We have not too many overtakes going on. That's because we have no cars left in the race. We have just 6 cars in this race. But yeah, I don't think that's gonna be proper grounds for drama there. Sid Venkatesh falling back a bit from Easy Level Bot. They all need to get their tires warmed up. But I believe we're gonna have a 3-way battle here for P1 between Easy Level Bot, Sid Venkatesh and Vintage Player. Vintage Player and Sid are on the same, they pitted on the same lap. They are both on fresh soft tires. Easy Level is on slightly older tires. Ace has fallen back a bit. Ahif we saw had that spin while trying to catch up to the field under safety car conditions. He is gonna be looking to get into the top 4. But yeah, let's focus on Vintage, who is looking to get past Sid. Is he gonna use some overtake? He is closing up. He is, let me just switch to the onboard here. He is very close to Sid, but he's not close enough to make a move. But he has some he just seems to have confidence in his car, and look at the 2 different lines they took there. Sid Venkatesh and Vintage Player. And Easy Level has pulled away. Sorry, I'm losing my words here. And oh, that's slight contact that nearly ended in tears for Vintage Player there at least. But yeah, both of them are giving each other a very hard fight, which is giving Easy Level Bot some breathing space. He's pulled away by 8/10. We have Ace who's closing up on Vintage Player, but that's because the pair of them, Sid Venkatesh and Vintage Player, are embroiled in a titanic tussle. I think over the next few laps this is just gonna further develop, and Vintage does not get as good of an exit, I think, as he did last time out. I don't believe DRS has been enabled yet, so we're gonna have to wait, I think, another lap. Oh, it's enabled this lap. So with DRS, the stakes are raised even higher, and we have Sid Venkatesh looking to get past Easy Level Bot. We have Vintage Player looking to get past Sid Venkatesh, and further back we have Ahif looking to get past Ace. Vintage Player with the help of DRS, Sid also with the help of DRS. Who's gonna come out on top? The positions remain as they are. Sid stays in P2. Easy Level Bot is now gonna be I think he's now gonna have to start pushing, because with DRS it's very, very easy to overtake here, and he does not really have the pace right now. I think on those slightly older soft tires shouldn't really make much of a difference there, but the 3 of them, Easy Level Bot, Sid Venkatesh and Vintage Player, neither of them have any penalties. They're all, I think, improving on their lap times as well, but I don't think they care. They just want to be ahead of the driver, the one in front. So Sid Venkatesh with DRS wide open, as we can see there, making a move on Easy Level Bot, going down the inside. Easy Level Bot cannot defend that, of course. DRS is very powerful here, but can he make a switch back here? Can he get Sid back? Is he gonna have DRS? Yes, he is. And all of them are weaving, and Easy Level Bot, does he manage to outbrake Sid? No, Sid sends one. And Vintage Player has managed to get past Easy Level Bot, and Easy Level Bot is beyond track limits there. That was a very opportunistic move by Vintage, and it's not over yet. Easy Level still right there. Vintage is forced to go off track there. That was some very good battling by all of them, but it ends with Sid Venkatesh in P1, Vintage Player in P2, and Easy Level Bot falling from P1 to P3. And meanwhile, further back, I just want to mention this, Ahif has managed to get past Ace, and he has caught up to the trio. So are we gonna have a 4-way battle for the win in these final few laps of the race? Vintage with DRS open. I think he's a bit too far back at this point. Yeah, I think he is. Ahif sets the fastest lap, and Vintage is very close to Sid. The game is giving me this weird camera angle for some reason. Sid is having to defend. Vintage is looking to make a move. Is Sid gonna send one again down the inside? No, he cannot, because Vintage is past. That was a very good move by Vintage. Aided by DRS, he has managed to get into the lead there. Easy level bot is slightly falling back. He's not really, I don't think he's in his rhythm right now. Otherwise he really has some very good pace. Sid and Vintage player are battling like anything. I do hope it doesn't end in tears. I sincerely do, because I really want to see this for another 5 laps. I would love nothing more than that. Ahif is right on the back of easy level bot. Ace and Anton are not really, they're in their own little tussle there. Let's just focus on the battle right now for P1. Sid is a bit too far back right now. We have Ahif, who's really close to easy level bot. Is he gonna make a move? Send one down the inside? No, he is not. He's gonna stick it out for a bit longer. Sid did not get a good exit there. Vintage player, I think, is gonna live to fight another lap. And is Ahif gonna be making a move? No, he's a bit too far back as well. So, you wanna call this stabilization? You wanna call this a build up to something a lot more exciting? I don't know. I do hope it's a build up for something more exciting, because at this point you can see that the top 4 are covered by 1.6 seconds. We still have another 5 laps, counting this lap as well. Vintage player managing to get those good exits out of corners. Sid is falling back, but he is managing to stay in Vintage DRS. Vintage gets a decent exit, so does Sid. Easy level as well, and Ahif is rapidly closing on easy level. Is he gonna make a move? Which way is he gonna go? Outside? He seems to be looking for the outside, but he has to hold on. They're all on the top 4 are very close to one another once again, as they have been, but no one seems to be looking to make any moves because they're all a bit too far apart at the moment. It's lap 33 of 36. We have had 6 retirements. Some have been very, very unfortunate. But yeah, we have at the moment 6 cars left. And easy level bot gets a penalty. I caught that right, I think, as it happened. I was on board with him, but yes, easy level bot. Very unfortunate. I think both easy level and Ahif have 3-second penalties at this moment. So I think it's going to be a straight battle for them. Actually, we can't discount Ace from all this. Even though he's a bit far back, the top 4 are being held up quite a lot. And Ace could, well, he could be looking good for a surprise podium here. Who knows? Never say never. It's lap 34. Vintage ends the lap about 4 tenths ahead of Sid. Sid into turn 1. Are his tires a bit too hot right now? Is he losing tire grip because he's not really able to make those moves which he was making on easy level bot just a few laps ago? And easy level bot falling back, as we can see there, a bit further behind in the picture. Not really in the picture, sorry. Ahif also not really able to get past easy level bot there. But yeah, we have a very close battle for P1, which I think has unfortunately stabilized. Every time we go onto the main straight, Vintage player has a good exit. Actually, everyone has a good exit, but more so Vintage player. He is not letting Sid get close to him, and I think he's comfortably gonna take this to the finish. There's no point taking any undue, unnecessary risks at this moment. And Vintage, yeah, he is, even though Sid has DRS there, as we can see there, he's not really able to do much with it. It's the penultimate lap. We're on the penultimate lap here. Yeah, once again, not a lot happening. Vintage player is somewhat clear of Sid Venkatesh here. I don't know the... Oh, Sid Venkatesh gets a 3-second penalty, so unless Vintage also gets a penalty, he is almost certainly guaranteed a win at this point. We have Ahif as well, a bit further back. Easy level bot right behind Sid, and Vintage player in the lead. So we have a few penalties up and down the field. Could we see Ace get a surprise podium at the end of it all? And oh, Sid has a... I think Sid's tires are too hot at this point. That happens when you are following a car for too long. Is he gonna be in Vintage DRS? Let's find out. Yes, he is. So it is the final lap. It is the final lap of what has been a chaotic, dramatic and amazing Division 2 race here at Brazil. And we have one final lap. This is Division 2 send-off for F1 2021. And Sid, I think he has got into a bit of a rhythm here, because he seems to be gaining some time on Vintage player. Can he do something on the run up to the line? This part of the track is a bit difficult to overtake on, and Sid going a bit too deep there. Easy level bot also right behind. Ahif is also right there in the mix. This is the last time Vintage has to navigate these corners. He just needs to get a good exit out of this final corner. I think, once again, I'm not sure what it's called. I think it's called Junsao. And he gets a good exit. It's gonna take a lot for Sid to challenge Vintage now. But yes, as he comes across the line, Vintage player with that brilliant helicopter shot showing us Vintage player crossing the line in P1, Sid Venkatesh in P2, easy level bot who was leading the race at one point of time. He finishes P3, IF in P4, Ace in P5, and the last car is Anton in P6. Wow, that's been quite the race. Yes, but at the end of it all, Vintage player comes out on top. Driver of the day, Sid Venkatesh. What's quite surprising is the high rate of attrition we had this race. We had just 6 cars finishing the race, but I don't think that matters. At the end of it all, it was Vintage player who will be delighted at the win. Sid Venkatesh in P2. Easy level bot does get the coveted P2 in the championship. I think he's gonna go I think he's gonna want to go one better next time out. We had IF with the fastest lap. So let me just run through the order once. It's Vintage player who won sans any penalties. Sid Venkatesh in P2 who got a very late penalty there. Easy level bot in P3. He was leading the race at one point of time. He has had a very tumultuous race, but he's ended the race on the podium and in P2. Our champion Ahif is P4. Ace finishes in P5 and Anton finished in P6. We had Ashok finishing in the points. He was the last of the finishers, but I think he's a lapped car, so I don't think he'll be counted. Anton will be counted as the last of the finishers. We have Captain Sandhu, Thakurva, Harshi and Indigamer, Tane Singh and Oxidized Rage, all of whom did not finish the race. Very unfortunate for Captain Sandhu and Thakurva, but brilliant job by Vintage, Sid and Easy Level. So I think let me just invite all of them to the party, and I think we just want to hear from them. All of them had a very exciting race, and just waiting for my system to start. Sorry for the delay. At last, yes. Sorry everyone, my PS4 is a bit slow. So let me just invite Sid Venkatesh, Vintage player, and Easy Level bot. Yeah, so all of them are. We should be having them join very soon. So let me just go over to the showroom. We have had a fantastic finale to Division 2, to F1 2021. And I thank everyone for tuning in. We are just waiting on Vintage Player. And Vintage Player has joined. So, can everyone confirm they can hear me?
Yeah, Chips, I can hear you.
Okay. Sid? Can you hear me? I think we're waiting on Sid. Vintage, are you here?
Yeah, I'm here, bro.
Are you here?
Yes, I'm here. Yes, I'm here, Chips.
Alright, so Vintage, congratulations, you have driven a very, very good race and you have managed to win the final race of Division 2 Brazil F1 2021. Just walk us through your race and through your emotions as well, because those were a tense final few laps. Yeah.
First of all, congratulations to Sid and Easy. We had great battles throughout the race. Hope I didn't cross the line anywhere. And yeah, I mean, qualifying was straightforward. I knew Takava was the quickest. I could have done a lap better than his, but then it would have to be perfect from my side. And then in the race, it was pretty clear that he had the race pace. I was making a lot of mistakes. I could have stayed on him, but then I would have made more mistakes trying to be faster. So I just stayed back. I knew Takura would make a mistake here or there, and then we'd capitalize. But then Captain Sandu came into the picture from somewhere, and then I don't know why he even overtook the safety car. We'll have to see that. And yeah, the last few laps were really exciting. My hands are still numb.
Yes.
Yeah. It was a great finale, I think.
Yes, it certainly was. You had a very good race. I think your initial call to switch onto the medium tires a few laps earlier than the others it did pay off for you at the start, but I think about 5 laps in you got stuck behind some traffic, and I think that hampered your race, but nonetheless you managed to hold on. So massive congratulations to you, and very well done.
Thank you. And that wasn't traffic, that was an easy level bot.
Yes. my apologies. Yes, easy level bot. Yes, we will go over to easy level bot in a moment, but yeah, Sid, can you hear me? And
hey, finish up with easy.
all right. So easy level bot, can you hear me?
Yeah, man.
Yes. So congratulations on the P2 in the championship. It was P3 in the race, but you are P2 in the championship. So well done to you. You had a very, very entertaining race. I was following your progress. So just walk us through your race.
Yeah, it was. I mean, I did the same thing from last week again. I didn't realize my wheel was turned off, and then at the formation lap, I was trying to figure out my controls again, and I got disqualified starting on cold tires. Got a good start, but then had a few moments here and then. The soft runners were just all around me. They just were making me sweat too hard, but then I lost those positions. Safety car came out, a few people picked, but I had the mediums. I kept on going, but then again there was a lot of pressure here and there. A lot of aji-baji went on. I got conceded 2 positions at the same corner twice, so it was very, very adventurous for me. And both times when the drivers on the inside just, I mean, I thought I might just have that ounce of space, but it was just fair hard racing. I think at the end of the day I got pushed out, but probably I could have also probably done better something over there, but in hindsight. But nonetheless, great drive from him. He had the pace. Vintage, good win for him. A winless season for me despite a lot of podiums, but I finished P2 without even a single win this season. So, but nonetheless, thankfully those string of podiums has helped me secure this P2. Yep.
Yes, so consistency has been what's got you a P2. So congratulations, your race was a very interesting one. Some points you were really struggling, but yeah, you had a very, very good drive, and yeah, just congratulations. And
Yep.
Sid, are you here?
Thanks, man.
Yeah, bro, I'm here.
So
I couldn't stop laughing.
P2 in the end there. Uh,
Mm,
I just want to
Yeah,
ask you, what happened at the end
yeah,
there? Did your tires just overheat a bit too much? And because you had a freak
Uh,
penalty there at right at the end, I believe it was on the penultimate lap, lap 35, and you were not
yeah. It
really able to
was.
get past Vintage despite being in his DRS. So, yeah, just walk us through your race and especially those final few laps.
Congrats, Vintage and Easy. Good racing today, man. Just having fun. Yeah. So the thing was, I was actually waiting for the lap 35th last straight to overtake Vintage, and unfortunately, I got the penalty there. It just didn't make sense trying and overtaking him and trying to gain 3 seconds out of him in a lap, which is impossible actually. So I just didn't bother after a point. It's like, Vintage, you win, bro. And yeah, Easy and me, we were having a good battle. And I don't know what happened there. He was trying to move on the inside, Easy? Yeah, on the inside. Yeah, I gave him the space, but I was surprised he spun out. I was talking to Raj and Oxidize and with Derp and Hershey. What happened to Easy? And they were like, he just spun out. He went inside of you, and he just spun out. I'm like, shit, man, we're having a good battle till then. We were playing cat and mouse game till then. It is like every every DRS, every time there was a DRS, he would be in front, and the next DRS I would be in front. It was like that. Good fun.
Yeah,
And
and over
Vintage,
there, I
man.
think
Yeah.
Sid was probably defending the middle of the track. I had that bit of, I had a lot of speed, and I was at a place where the braking zone is also coming now. And
Yeah.
otherwise, I ram into him. I moved to the inside, but I was hoping that he'll see me on the inside and give me a bit more
I
space.
did.
But I think, but yeah, I think. It was probably a bit too acute for me also to make the apex. I don't know. I think I deemed it as a racing incident. All the incidents I've had
Come on.
are
We're not going to the stewards today,
mostly,
Easy.
yeah, no man, no, not for the final race. I don't think that.
Yeah. No, and the funny thing is, 2 laps before that, you did the same thing by, moving on track, and I was like waiting to make that move, and I was scared that I might hit you or something because you had the P2 at stake. I had nothing at stake. So and even at Vintage, I had a thing. I had a Delta safety car Delta, which was like only 4 or 5 seconds or 6 seconds left. So I had to slow down. Suddenly, I found Vintage coming hitting me from behind. I'm like, shit, what just happened there? And even when I was going to the pit, Indie Gamer came and damaged my side pods. He came and hit me with full speed. And I had no. That's one of the reasons why there was no pace at all. I was struggling in the straights. I was absolutely struggling on a DRS also. Even Vintage had no DRS, but I wasn't able to catch him. So,
Yeah, but you didn't let that.
terrible.
You didn't show that. You had some. You made some really good overtakes. So, well
At
done
the
to you.
start, yeah.
Yes, I
Impressive
just want to
change.
ask, what happened there on, I don't know, it was lap 23, 24, between you,
Hmm.
Oxidize,
Oh
and
yeah,
Thakurva?
man, I was on the inside because I had DRS on Oxidize. I go in and Takurova comes out from the right side of me and he came and hit me. I don't know for what he hit me, but I spun because of that. And he kind of accuses me of dirty driving. I mean, we'll let the stewards decide that, but yeah,
Yes,
absolute mess that was.
yes, I was
Absolute
following
mess.
that battle. I was following. Thakurva was making some very rapid progress. Both of you were on old mediums. I have to put my hands
Yeah.
up. That was some very bad camera work right at that moment from me. I could not
No, I
capture it
had
properly,
DRS.
but
Yeah.
yeah,
My
nonetheless,
idea was to get DRS out of Oxidize. That's about it.
I could make that out. You
So
were going, you were
yeah,
making a move, and at the same time, Thakur attempted a move, and it ended
yeah.
in tears for Thakur. And but yeah,
I had a
well done to
fun.
you again. Congratulations.
Thanks.
And just want to mention
Good
to all
meeting
three
you,
of you, the final few laps were some of the best racing I've seen in a while. So
Yeah,
thank
thanks
you
a
for
lot.
that, for giving us some very good entertainment, and
It wouldn't
finishing
have been
off
possible
Division
without
2 in
these two
style.
guys, by the way. It wouldn't have been possible without these two guys. These guys are literally like absolutely clean. Little dirty at times, but it's okay.
Yeah, I think a little dirty is fine. It
I was
works.
waiting for that.
It's fine, yeah.
Go home,
Congrats,
Sid.
Vintage,
Go
on the
home
win,
now.
bro.
Congratulations.
Congrats, Gaurav, on the P2.
Good job on the comms.
Yes, boss.
Yes,
Yeah,
and
chips, deadly.
so
You can be the
con-
official streamer, by the way.
I would love to have that. So, just to close out the season, congratulations to vintage players Sid Venkatesh and Easy Level Bot once again. Our drivers
Thanks.
champion Ahif, our team's champion Ferrari, who have managed to clinch the championship, I believe, and easy level bot, of course, P2. You managed to do
Oh yeah,
it. Well
congrats to
done.
Haif and Ferrari, by the way.
Yes, Ahif
Yeah.
has been very well this season.
Consistency. Yeah.
Yes, consistency above
Congrats.
all. So I thank you
Alright,
all for
see you
joining me
boys in the
today.
2022.
This
Thanks, Trips.
yes, thank you for joining us today evening, and it is goodbye to F1 2021. It's been a fantastic Division 2 season, and we can't wait to see you in F1 22. So thank you everyone. Goodbye from for now, but yeah, do stay tuned for season finale of Division 1 coming up tomorrow. Thank you everyone, and bye bye.
Thanks.